She says you don't give her enough attention, so you start giving her more. She complains louder. You double down, triple down, turn yourself into her personal entertainment system. Always there, always trying, always available, and the colder she gets, the harder you chase. Until one day, she's gone, and you're left asking yourself, what the hell happened? Stop, right now. Because the moment you lost her didn't happen when she complained. It didn't happen when she got distant. It happened long before that. In the small, invisible space where you reacted to the wrong signal. Let me show you something that'll flip your perspective completely. Next time she complains about something, anything, do absolutely nothing. Don't explain. Don't fix. Don't apologize. Just look her in the eye and say, okay. Then go back to whatever you were doing. Watch what happens. 9 times out of 10, the complaint vanishes. Why? Because it was never about what she said. It was a test. And the second you jumped to fix it, you failed. No one wants to admit this, but relationships are fragile. They don't break in big, dramatic ways. They die from tiny emotional missteps. One small reaction at the wrong time can start a chain reaction that ends in silence, resentment, and eventually, goodbye. I had a client who lived this. His wife told him, "You work too much." He panicked, cut his hours, stopped seeing friends, started asking her every day, "Are you happy now?" 3 months later, attraction gone. 6 months later, she was with another man. That marriage didn't die from neglect. It died from overreaction. The moment he tried to fix her complaint, instead of holding his frame, he flipped the polarity. He went from being her man to being her subordinate. See, when she complains, that's not the start. That's the middle. The real beginning was when you first felt her kiss lose warmth, when you noticed her text a little slower, when "I love you too" started sounding like a routine instead of a feeling. That's where it started. And you ignored it. Men do this everywhere. She pulls back. You move closer. She needs space. You eliminate it. She gets quiet. You fill the silence with effort. And then you wonder why she doesn't respect you anymore. You're trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Every time she retreats, you advance harder. Every time she tests, you flinch. And every time you chase, you tell her subconscious, "I'll do anything not to lose you." That's the exact moment she starts losing attraction. She says you don't pay attention, so you smother her with attention. Now she feels suffocated. She says you're too clingy, so you cling harder, trying to prove you care. Every move you make digs the hole deeper, because you're trying to treat symptoms instead of causes. The real fix? Emotional equivalence. If she pulls back, you pull back. If she gets cold, you get focused. If she creates space, you respect it, or create a little more. This isn't playing games. It's balance. It's rhythm. Relationships are like a dance. When she steps back, you don't lunge forward. You mirror the move and keep your frame. Because the truth is, people only value what they might lose. When you overreact to every complaint, her subconscious learns one thing: I control him. And the moment she knows she controls you, attraction starts dying. I saw it happen next door. My neighbor's wife complained he didn't help enough around the house, so he became Mr. Perfect, cooking, cleaning, saying yes to everything. And you'd think that'd make her happy, right? Wrong. She got colder. Why? Because she could smell the fear. Fear kills attraction faster than anything. Every time he responded from fear, fear of losing her, fear of upsetting her, he showed weakness. And nothing kills polarity like weakness disguised as love. You think you're being caring, but what you're really showing is, you're the boss. I'll do whatever it takes. And that energy, that's not attractive. That's the death of desire. Here's the brutal truth. Every time you react to a complaint, you flip the power dynamic. She complains, and you scramble. She becomes the judge, and you become the performer. She holds the gavel, and you stand on trial for her emotions. That's not love. That's hierarchy reversal. And hierarchy reversal kills attraction faster than betrayal ever could. Women don't want a man they can control. They want a man they can trust. One who stays grounded no matter what emotional storm hits. I had another client once. His girlfriend said he spent too much time at the gym. So what did he do? He quit going. Then she said he was out with his friends too much. So he stopped seeing them too. Within a year, she had no interest left in him. Why? Because the man she fell for, the strong, social, driven version of him, was gone. He didn't understand something simple. She didn't want him to change. She wanted to see if he'd stay the same. She wanted to know if his values were real, or if they crumbled the moment she applied pressure. Once she saw him bend, the respect was gone. And when respect leaves, attraction follows, every time. See, attraction isn't built through constant agreement. It's built through stability. When you react to every mood swing, you become predictable, boring, safe. And safe doesn't create desire. You become furniture, useful, comfortable, but invisible. She won't hate you. She'll just stop feeling anything at all. And when that happens, it's over. You just don't know it yet. Here's what most men miss. Every interaction you have with her is teaching her something. When she complains and you panic, you teach her that you're afraid to lose her. When she pulls back and you chase, you teach her that you'll abandon your center for her attention. When she tests your frame and you crumble, you teach her that you can be controlled. And once she learns that, she can't unsee it. Her subconscious mind starts to connect dots. Every time I get distant, he gives me more attention. Every time I complain, he tries harder. Every time I'm cold, he warms up. You're training her brain, literally training her, to be cold. Because coldness gets rewarded. You think you're loving her, but what you're really doing is conditioning her to lose respect for you. The more attention you give in response to distance, the faster that distance grows. And the cruel part, she doesn't even realize this consciously. It's automatic. Biology. Her nervous system recalibrates her attraction based on your emotional strength or weakness. When you stay calm, her respect rises. When you react, it plummets. So the next time she throws out a complaint like bait, you never spend time with me, you don't care anymore, or you're always distracted. Pause. Don't jump. Don't fix. Don't explain. Just breathe. Because 90% of the time, she's not expressing a need. She's checking your stability. It's not manipulation. It's instinct. She needs to know that you can handle life without folding under pressure. That's her subconscious way of testing if you're still the man she can rely on when things actually go wrong. And when you fail that test, she doesn't hate you. She just stops feeling safe with you. This is what I call the inverted reaction trap. You think you're saving the relationship, But every desperate fix, every panicked reaction, every over-explanation is silently lowering your value. And here's the paradox. The less you react, the stronger the connection becomes. Because your calm tells her, I'm solid. I'm not going anywhere, but I don't need to chase you either. That calmness is rare, and rare is attractive. So remember this, next time she tests your frame, you're not supposed to fix everything. You're supposed to stand still. When she pulls back, let her. When she gets cold, stay warm but not needy. When she creates distance, don't close it. Let her miss you. That's emotional equivalence. That's the dance of polarity. And that's how you stop losing women who were never really gone. They just needed to feel your strength. Let's go deeper. Because what's really happening underneath all this isn't just about her. It's about you. Most men don't lose women because they're bad partners. They lose them because they're trapped in a cycle that started long before they ever dated anyone. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You're not reacting to her. You're reacting to your mother. Think about it. When you were a little boy and your mom got upset, what did you do? You tried to make her happy. You tried to please her. You learned that love could be withdrawn and that your job was to earn it back. Now, fast forward 20, 30 years. Different woman, same wiring. She gets quiet. You panic. She complains. You rush to fix it. She pulls away. You chase harder. Not because she's your partner, but because somewhere deep inside, your nervous system still believes that when mom is upset, you have to perform. I've seen this play out hundreds of times. Strong men, CEOs, soldiers, athletes, crumble emotionally the moment their woman gets cold. They go from confident to desperate in seconds. Not because they're weak, because they're triggered. They're not operating as adult men. They're operating as scared little boys, trying to earn love that should have been unconditional. This is what I call the inner child activation. You feel her pull away, and that panic hits your chest. Your stomach drops. You start overanalyzing, texting more, trying to fix it. That's not adult you. That's 5-year-old you begging mom not to be mad. And the cruel part is, she can feel it. A woman can sense when your energy shifts from grounded to anxious. When you stop leading and start pleading. And in that moment, her attraction evaporates. Because she's not looking for a child to mother. She's looking for a man she can trust. I had a client. 3 marriages, all ended the same way. Each time, it started with a complaint. You work too much. You don't listen. You're not affectionate enough. And every time, he reacted by overcompensating. Cut hours. Gave more attention. Planned trips. Bought gifts. Every time, the women pulled away even faster. He thought he kept marrying the wrong woman. But the truth, he was marrying the same emotional dynamic over and over again. He was replaying his childhood script with new actresses, different faces, same pattern. Because until you separate your partner from your mother, you'll keep responding like a child. You'll keep trying to fix, to please, to earn, to prove. And every time you do, you'll lose respect, attraction, and power. Now, this doesn't mean years of therapy or endless self-help. It starts with one simple awareness. The moment you feel panic, pause. Ask yourself, am I reacting to her or to my mother? Sounds strange, right? But once you see it, you can't unsee it. When you feel that urge to fix everything, that tightness in your chest, that desperation to make her happy, that's not adult love. That's childhood fear. And awareness is the beginning of transformation. Because once you recognize the pattern, it loses its grip. You realize, oh, this isn't about her. This is about me replaying an old story. And in that realization, you get your power back. Because now, instead of reacting automatically, you have a choice. You can choose silence over panic, presence over performance, calm over chaos. Next time she gets upset, just notice. Your nervous system will scream, "Fix it! Do something!" But don't. Sit in the discomfort. Let your body shake. Let your mind race. And don't move. Because that's where the rewiring happens. You're teaching your nervous system that her emotions are not your emergency. That love isn't earned through performance. That you're not 5 years old anymore. And she's not your mother. Every time you resist that old urge, you take back a piece of yourself. Every time you stay calm when she tests, you reclaim your frame. Every time you breathe through the panic, you kill the program that's been running your life. And she feels it. The moment you stop reacting, her energy shifts. Because now she's with a man, not a boy. Now she feels safe again. Not from your words, but from your energy. That's the power of awareness. You don't have to fix her emotions. You just have to stop letting them control yours. Here's where everything changes. When you stop reacting like that scared little boy and start responding like a grounded man, you flip the script. You stop chasing her emotions, and instead, you anchor them. You become the calm in her storm. And here's what's wild. Once you stop overreacting, she starts relaxing. Because deep down, she doesn't want to lead. She doesn't want to be the emotional center. She wants to feel safe in your presence. And safety isn't built through pleasing. It's built through steadiness. That's why I tell every man I coach, be the oak tree. Unmoved, rooted, solid. When she's emotional, let her wind blow, let the rain fall, let the thunder crash. But you don't flinch, you don't bend, you stand. Because when you stand still in chaos, you give her what no words ever can, certainty. And that's the most powerful aphrodisiac there is. This doesn't mean becoming cold or distant. It means you stay calm, you stay composed, and you let her emotions pass like weather. You're the thermostat, not the thermometer. You don't absorb her moods. You regulate the energy of the room just by being stable. Look, she's supposed to test you. That's nature. It's not manipulation. It's instinct. She needs to know that you won't crumble when life gets real. Because if you fall apart when she's moody, how will you handle pressure, failure, or tragedy? So she throws emotional waves your way, not to hurt you, but to see if you can swim. And when you stay calm, when you don't take the bait, when you hold your frame, she feels safe enough to let her guard down. That's when connection deepens. That's when attraction reignites. That's when love becomes something real, not a performance. Now, there's one mental exercise I teach that changes everything. I call it the mirror rule. Whatever energy she gives you, mirror it calmly. She gets distant, you get busy. She texts less, you text less. She needs space, you give it. And maybe take even more. You're not playing games. You're restoring balance. You're showing that you won't overextend for approval, because you don't need approval. Scarcity kills desire. Abundance creates it. And the most powerful message you can send is this: I'm here because I choose to be, not because I need to be. You'll notice something magical when you start living like this. Her complaints lose power. Her moods lose control. Her tests stop escalating, because now she knows exactly who she's dealing with. A man who listens but doesn't chase. A man who cares but doesn't collapse. A man who leads with presence, not panic. And you know what happens next. Respect returns. Then desire follows. Then peace settles back into the relationship. Because you're no longer reacting to every emotional shift. You're leading it. But the real victory isn't just in your relationship. It's inside you. When you stop trying to earn love and start embodying self-worth, you'll feel it everywhere. In your career, in your friendships, in how you walk into a room. You'll stop chasing validation and start commanding respect. Because the truth is, attraction doesn't come from what you give a woman. It comes from what you withhold. Not love, not affection, but overreaction. The moment you stop making her emotions your emergency, she starts seeing you differently. You become mystery again, challenge again, masculine again. So the next time she complains, don't panic, don't fix, don't explain, just breathe. Say, I understand how you feel. Then go right back to your life. Because if it's real, she'll come closer. If it's a test, she'll respect you more. And either way, you win. Remember this, a woman doesn't want a man who solves her storms. She wants a man who stands through them. The oak tree never chases the wind. It just stands. And the storm always passes.